for the streams, we're gonna use the mask on them to eliminate the smoke in this part right here, because that's supposed to be going inside the building. And then going back to our cloudy brush, we're gonna also mask these sections here. And now it, as you can see, it looks like the impact is going through that building inside. And as the same as we did in the other impacts, we now need to paint some fire, some orange stuff going on inside the impact zone. And we, in this new layer, we're gonna set up the same as we did for the other one. Set it up for vivid light, painting with the orange, and then a little bit with the red, to build up the effect of the same effect we did in the other one, to build up the look of some fire in there. Then add with the gradient tool, add some gradients for the impacts, as the same as we did with the other one. And with the trusty smudge tool, we pull out some flames from the base colors, the base impact colors, and also from the red, from the gradients we set up to indicate the impact zones. And as you can see, this builds up quite good. But now for the back impact here, we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna set this layer to screen, reduce its opacity quite a bit, and with the orange we have been using, we're gonna paint some orange cast on this building in the shadow here. We're gonna soft erase a little bit, just to indicate that there's some orange glow going on back there in the shadows from the same impact. And again, we're gonna need some smoke for this, so we're gonna set up the same light color and gray color to indicate a little bit of streams again following our pieces, and then afterwards indicating some smoke coming out from the impact zone. We just indicate some smoke streams following some of the pieces, not all of them. And then what I said before, just a little bit of smoke coming out from this impact zone. Not too high, because the impact just took place, and we finish it up with a little bit of lighter smoke to complement the darker smoke coming out from these impact zones. Once we have done that, we're gonna grab the eraser with a very soft brush and go around these streams, erasing some of the hard edges left by the adjustments we did by using the polygonal lasso. And afterwards, just using our cloudy brush again, and the same darker gray and lighter gray, we're gonna start adding detail to these two streams, just to make them a little bit more filled, more detail. Adding a little bit of lighter gray on top and darker gray in some sections, that to give them a little bit, to give these streams a little bit more volume, as you can see. And using the same brush now, we will add a little bit more smoke on the impacts, both in the foreground and here in the back. first painting in with the darker gray, and then finishing it up with a little bit of lighter gray. Now in this background impact, the smoke we painted has blocked the little bits and pieces, so we need to make a quick selection of those pieces and make a quick mask in the smoke layer so those little bits and pieces show up again. And now we're gonna need a new layer. We're gonna choose a darker gray, and in this new layer, with a very soft brush, we're gonna start painting what indicates the shadow that the both of the streams cast on the city itself. Just follow where the stream is, and where would the shadow of them like fall down on the top on the side of the building here, and on some of the trees. We're gonna leave this layer at normal, but reduce its opacity just a little bit, and you see this hint of shadow works quite good to make it more realistic. Not so good on that building there, so we just leave it at that. Maybe in these buildings back here, just a hint of shadow goes a long way. And now, as you can see, I grouped all of the layers we have worked on, and we're gonna be doing some adjustment layers. First off, a levels layer, just to darken it a little bit, increasing the contrast. And then another adjustment layer, another levels layer, providing darkness, but with a very big soft brush with reduced opacity. We're gonna mask off from the central portion, just to put some emphasis on the central action area. And going back to the first adjustment layer, we'll just mask it off a little bit from the bottom. And finally, some hue saturation layer with reduced saturation. Of course, we need to, if you need to, or if you want to, you can go back to the levels layer to make some adjustments after we did the hue saturation. And this is just a matter of taste to come up with some nice look for the final image. Right here I'm just masking off from the central portion to create some kind of vignette effect. And now to finalize the image, we're gonna add with our same trusty cloud brush a little bit of softness in the upper right corner of the streams here. Just a little bit of softness to indicate that the wind is already affecting these streams over time. Just using the same darker gray and lighter gray, lighter almost white, to indicate just a little bit of more wind effect, that it's already dispersing those two streams. Just a little bit of softness right here. As you can see, we're only working on the top right hand corner. And then checking those layers, we're gonna add a little bit of detail to this first impact with our very small blocky brush. We're gonna be painting some more cracks, some more random cracks on this first impact to make it a little bit more dramatic, like the building is cracking a little bit more, just a little bit more. So we'll just be adding a little bit more of this that indicates the building is coming apart. Some random sections that are cracking, just with the same gray we used for the same dark gray we used for the base of the impact here. And as you can see, I'm leaving some pieces of window here, and then with the lighter gray also adding some bits of highlights to these newly painted cracks. And that's about it. This will wrap up our work for this image. And that's it. We have come to the end of this tutorial, part 4 of the series. I hope you have learned and enjoyed. As always, feel free to send me an email if you need some assistance, if you're stuck on something. For now, I'm Ed Lopez for PSD Tuts. See you in the next one, guys.